that is PAN. Okay. So we have seen different types of networks depending on its geographical area it covers. So the smallest one will be PAN. Okay, the smallest area will be PAN, that covers only our personal area inside our home. And next, if we go in ascending order, the first comes PAN, next comes LAN. This connects computers about 40 to 50. Okay, and next after that it comes MAN. It's just a metropolitan area. This still a city. This is a room. This is a land can be taken as a building, and MAN can be taken as a city that contains more than one buildings. Okay, more than one lands connected together becomes MAN. After that, WAN is a bigger. WAN is biggest network. The best example for that covers entire countries or in between countries also. Okay, so that becomes WAN, and the best example for WAN is internet. So the smallest one is PAN, second is LAN, third is MAN, and fourth is WAN. Okay, these are four types of networks. And let me go to next concept, that is network hardware. What all things we require to connect computers or other devices to a network. To explain this, I have prepared a PPT, so I would like to start from there. Okay, yeah. We are going to start with network hardware. What all things you need to connect the computers or other devices to a network. Yeah, in this, uh, in network hardware, we require a computer, we require NIC, network interface card, and third, we require a connector. Under connector, there are three types again: hub, switch, and router. Next, fourth requirement is cables, and next is resource. So we will see one after the other. So this is what this figure shows. The meaning of this figure you will come to know later. Once we finish going through all these things, you will come to know the meaning of this figure. So you just keep this figure in your mind. Here you have computers. We have learned the word called workstations, right? Every computer that is on the network, we call them as workstations. So these are workstations, and these computers are connected to a hub, and hub internally, these two hubs are again connected to a single box called switch, and from switch we have given connection to a router. Router gives connection to internet. Okay, this is what the figure says. So let me start with the network hardware. I'm not explaining about computer, because computer, all of you know that for connecting the devices we need a computer. So this is what one component, one requirement is computer. Okay, we'll start with this. We'll start with NIC. Yeah. Network interface card. This is the one, this is the device that is called as network interface card. In short, we call it as NIC. Okay, this device is used to provide network access to computer. A computer should require a device, right, to connect to each other. So this will be installed inside the CPU in this place. This is backside of CPU. In this place, you might have seen on the computers in our computer lab. In this place, this will be inserted. Okay, and through this through this hole, we'll connect cables like this. Okay, these cables will be connected. For every computer will be having a device like this connected at this place. So wires will be connected to each other by putting in this place. Okay, it is switched on to this place from one computer to another computer. That is network interface card. This is a card which allows sharing between the computers, which allows the computers to be on the network. Okay, so this is a card. It is used to provide network access to computer. Once you have to say that my computer is on the network, this should be required to your computer. This should be installed. This should be inserted to your computer. NIC card. It is also called NIC card. Okay, NIC uses cables to connect between devices such as computers, printers, etc. What all devices you need to connect it to a network. So these devices are used to connect each other. Okay, that is NIC. Next requirement is connector. We have three types of connectors. One is hub, switch, and router. Okay, let me start with, I have a better other than learning individually, let us go like a difference. Okay, I have made three columns for hub, switch, and router. The purpose of these connectors are same. Okay, like it offers a central location where all the cables on a network meet. You might have seen a network box in computer lab, right, on top of teacher's computer. A network box, there you might have seen many number of wires connected to a single box. So this is called hub or switch. Hub and switch look same. Okay, these are the places, these are holes which takes all the wires from different computers and gives a central location using cables. All the cables, if we have 40 computers in the lab, all the 40 wires will be connected to each hole here. That gives a central location. Okay, because we have to share things, right? So our computers needs to be connected to each other, so we have to provide a central location where all come and meet. Okay, so this is the place. Hub is hub, switch, and router. The work of these three are same, making more than one computers to meet at one place. Okay, that is the main function of these three connectors, but there are differences between these three connectors. Let us see what is that. Hub, the work of hub is nothing. Once it just provides the connection between the computers just to exchange data. Okay, for example, if I want to share something from computer number 40 to computer number 1, computer number 10, or any of two computers in our lab. So if you are copying from computer number 10 to 40, the file should come to hub, then only hub gives to another computer. Okay, so that is what happens when it is connected to a hub. All the computers are connected to a single place, and hub just gives out the informations or data whatever wanted to share. It never think where I should send or why I should send, is there any traffic in between the networks, nothing it will think. It just a dumb central location just keeps on exchanging the information. That is the work of hub. But the work of switch, it is little bit intelligent than hub. What switch does is, it just waits for the request. Only if any of the computer asks for the information to be shared, if any of the computer requests goes to the switch also looks like this. Okay, so any computers request signals. A computer will never go and ask I want to share. There will be signals sent from through wires. Okay, those electrical signals will be passed. So if any request signal comes to switch, that request will be that that computer wants to share something with some other computer, then only the switch allows that network to be active, and it allows for further transfer of data within each other. Okay, so that is the work of switch. It never sits as dumb as hub does. Okay, hub will never think, it will keep on sharing the things.